what is it about John's journey that you think shakes your character's allegiance to the table?
I feel like it has so much to do with just our affection for him, and it's because it's not just that he's. And I almost feel like you should answer this because you seem to answer
you do
better.
Fine.
But he it's so interesting that throughout the film he is consistently considered the baddest of the bad, and yet our first introduction to him at the very beginning of the franchise is about his love for his wife, and that's his whole world. And so because of that, the audience cares, and even though throughout each film it gets more and more violent, and you see him being the Baba Yaga, because the audience was willing to feel for him at the beginning, and because our affection for him continues to be kind of the through line of why we care about him so much. I feel like that makes it makes the thing work.
There's a scene in the underground canal when they talk about what they'd like on their headstones, which is
yeah.
And, I say whatever I would like to put on a friend, whatever. And what would you like on yours, John? John, and jump from nowhere, the conversation goes on, and John suddenly says, John says, a good husband. What? That's what I'd like to be known as. That's what I like on my headstone, a good husband. And it may seem trite, but it's not. Within context of the films, it's really powerful. And that's what movies can do. That moments of intimacy combined with all the insanity of the action and everything else make for a film that people can identify with. And obviously they have, and they've come out, and we couldn't be, couldn't be happier.
Like I have to, unless you have...
No, please.
I feel like I have to, because that quote is really, it's interesting because when I saw the film and that line happened, and I think it was Bill Skarsgård who said it, it's what separates us from the animals. And without thinking, I turned to my wife and said, "What, are you kidding me? You are the animals." And I started thinking about the fact that so often when we are kind of, I don't want to say enslaved, but when we are beholden to the culture that we're part of, and the rules stop being about the humanity and start being about just the survival of the culture, sometimes breaking those rules sometimes finding humanity means breaking those rules. And finding your compassion means breaking those rules. And I feel like that's what John's journey is about, and that's what our role in his journey is about. If that makes sense.
It does. It does. I'm getting wrapped here just on the way out. I'd just like to know if either of you have a favorite rule in this franchise, one that you think kind of adds something special to it, or one that you enjoy seeing the characters struggle against.
One favorite rule is, if I walk across the set, don't trip over the furniture.
Oh, I thought you meant in the franchise.
I did mean in the franchise.
No business conducted on continental grounds.
No. That's canon.
But I didn't want to say it because I knew he was like, if I don't say it, he's going to say it.